Ladies and gentlemen.
We're back.
Wait, we're back.
We are back.
Football!
We are back.
We did it.
We are back.
Give me a hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Football is back! What's up, everybody? Lily's hanging out with me. Tucker Franklin, KCSN Live. It is the first Football Thursday of the year. Give me a hell yeah! The very first Football Thursday of the year. The very first Jersey of the year. I'm rocking my Tommy Townsend Chiefs jersey. Super Bowl champ, Tommy Townsend. Got a lot to talk about on today's show, don't we, Lil? Got a lot to talk about on today's show. It's almost like a talk show setup right here. I kind of like it. A lot to talk about on today's show. RedZone is going to have commercials. They're destroying RedZone. Insane. Border War, I'll still be talking about it. We've got some great episodes for you on the KCSN Mizzou YouTube channel. Go check that out. Jeremy Macklin, Pat 40. They are on the channel. College football games to watch. Great slate of college football games. We'll be out at Holiday Distillery watching these college football games if you want to do it. Myself, ESPN's Matt Miller will be there as well. Not just watching Missouri-Kansas, but watching the Cy-Hawk game. Other games on the slate as well. Chiefs play on Friday. Eagles play tonight. Eagles-Cowboys banner ceremony. Big day. Big day, fellas and ladies. It is a big day for football. I am glad that you are choosing to spend some of that time with myself, with Lily. As we're talking some ball, we're going to be talking some ball. Let me know in the chat where you're watching from. Appreciate you. Hit that like button for Lily. Ain't that right, Lily? Hit the like button for Lily. Smash the subscribe to become a ball knower. We'll have all kinds of stuff coming up for you for Chiefs Chargers. Only where games going live at 4:30. We'll have 5 things before the game. We're just about there, fellas and ladies. We are just about there. Let me know in the chat how my audio is. I did some things to kind of change it around. I thought it kind of sounded pretty shitty yesterday. Did appreciate that. Shout out to everybody in the Discord as well. If you're a KCSN subscriber, go to kcsn.com. And if you subscribe for $30 a year, $5 a month, you can get access to the KCSN Discord. I want to give a shout out to Dylan, who can't be joining the stream today, but is rocking a hell of a Derek Thomas cross-up jersey. Red and yellow cross-up jersey for this Jersey Day. Let me know what jersey you're rocking. Tweet at me, at Tucker D. Franklin. Show me the jerseys that you are wearing for this Jersey Day edition of KCSN Live. I got a deep bag of jerseys, folks. This is just the first one. Appreciate everyone hanging out. I hope you like the little video I put together. Put that little video together kind of on a whim. I said, you know what? Let's add a little bit of something to the stream today. Let's add a little bit of a video. A little fun little video to add onto the stream to get things kicked off. But appreciate everybody hanging out with me here as, they're actively trying to ruin RedZone, guys. They are actively trying to ruin RedZone. Shout out Weston, first one in the chat today. Weston Brewer, shout out. Jackie Moon, I got to give a shout out to you as well. Jonathan Cook checking in from the View, Bellevue. Jackie Moon getting a little bit of dog work. Jonathan Cook, his dogs send Lily their greetings. Lily, you're famous, dude. You're famous. Audio good, thanks, Jackie. Big Bob Booster Club, baby. Hell yeah, Matt, rocking that birthday suit. Nick Bolton's Super Bowl jersey? Hell yeah. Juju Smith-Schuster Super Bowl 57 jersey? Hell yeah. Weston Brewster, Tucker needs to get a Big Bob Chiefs jersey? Hell yeah. I'm going to wear my Andy Studebaker jersey, but I couldn't find it this morning. I'm going to have to go find that later. That is sick. Andy Studebaker jersey? Hell yeah. They had ads last year. This is the NFL, not ESPN. Right. So that's kind of a big, I think, misconception about this. Let's talk about Red Zone for a little bit. Red Zone, obviously, 7 hours of commercial-free football. That's kind of their tagline, their catch line. But they were doing ads last year. They were throwing up side-by-side ads. I think it was Verizon Wireless was actually the ad. That was kind of a big rub last year. Shout out. Where was it? Matt Kentner, Banana Bread at work, dude. Hell yeah. DJ Colin 96 on special teams was a demon. Elijah Cox got my Damian Williams Super Bowl jersey. Should he have won the MVP of that Super Bowl? Some people are asking. Some people are asking if he should have won the MVP of that Super Bowl. But back to Red Zone. Red Zone's an interesting thing because it isn't this NFL ESPN merger won't actually take place for a couple of years. Scott Hansen talked about this a little bit. I think he was on the Rich Eisen show this offseason. But it's going to take a couple, maybe even up to 2 years for this deal to actually get approved to go through. And I think that's pretty interesting. And people saw the ESPN and they're like, oh, it's going to be free. Red Zone's going to be free. It's going to be on ESPN. I mean, they got to make money somehow. I understand selling the ads on it. I get it. It's a huge property. But at the same time, man, don't make it free. This is the NFL doing it. I'm glad that I'll make sure David brought that up. This is the NFL doing it. They still own this NFL network for probably up to another year. Probably won't be until next football season when you see that fully take place. I'm going everywhere. But you're right, Justin. They do make plenty elsewhere. The commercials are lame. We have commercials. Look, I'd sit on the throne of lies if I didn't tell you I make money through commercials, right? That's how people make money. That's how podcast networks like us here make money. Commercials, advertising, stuff like that. People like us, so they pay us. That's kind of how it works. But I do understand in the constant, you're always getting drilled with commercials and ads. To have that 7 hours of commercial-free football, man, that was peak. That was peak. 100% Justin. Justin said that's what my $99 subscription should cover. You're right. The subscription to get access to Red Zone should cover that. I don't know. Hey, Rachel, thanks for joining us. Appreciate you hanging out. Appreciate all 50 of y'all guys hanging out here. Smash that like button. Smash that subscribe button. Bill TT, 3-decade Chiefs fan here. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, brother. Red Zone's an interesting one, guys. I don't think Red Zone should be free, right? I think you should have to pay for Red Zone. So in theory, you shouldn't have to pay. There shouldn't be advertising, that's kind of my thought process behind it. If they're going to make it free, I get why they're putting advertising on it. But this isn't ESPN this year. This is NFL that's doing it. Game's gone. Game's gone. Red Zone with ads is just cable and an Octobox. Yeah, that's kind of true, Elijah. Game's gone is what I'm saying, fellas and ladies. Just got a YouTube ad on your live stream. YouTube keeps getting worse. Yeah. Jackie Moon wishes the WWE deal took 2 years. Same. Jackie, I don't know if you know this. So I have ESPN Plus. Does this cover the ESPN DTC stuff? Or do I have to sign up for $30 a year or $30 a month to watch WWE premium live events? I don't want to do that. I have DirecTV Stream. I have that. Does that cover? I can get ESPN already. Mizzou 19 Sunday ticket is the way, brother Tucker. Brother Tucker. Hey yo. Trust, I stopped watching RedZone a while ago. Yeah, and here's the thing too. It's like if I want to watch RedZone, I'm going to Stream East, or I'm going to Crack Streams or Meth Streams. RIP Stream East. We talked about that yesterday's show. That's where I'm going. I'm not. Unfortunately. That's the way to do it. Jackie Moon, if you already have ESPN and you got it, if not, I'm mistaken. Okay. Next thing you know, they'll be selling $20 beers at WWE. That's where I draw the line. Luis, appreciate you hopping on. Haven't really we've been talking about RedZone, Luis. Let me know what your thoughts are on RedZone. Ruining the game that we love. Ruining the game that we love. I'll sit down. I had to turn down my light. I had to crank that light up, guys, just so you could see me back there. Look how dark it is. Don't you have to pay for UFC's pay-per-views in addition to also having ESPN Plus? Yeah, that was something that ESPN did do, where you had to pay for them as well. What WWE's been doing with their premium live events on Peacock is if you had a Peacock subscription, you could just watch the PLEs. And I think that like the UFC is now going to, I want to say Paramount. UFC is now going to Paramount, so I think that they're going to do the same thing that the WWE does in regards of if you have a Paramount Plus subscription, you get access to their pay-per-views for UFC. But yes, they did do that. Let me put the chat on the screen, guys. Let me put chat on the screen. Let me change my mic here. Appreciate everybody hanging out. That just sounds buttery, doesn't it? This mic right here just sounds buttery. It's just so good. I'm sorry, Mizzou 19, I don't want to put you on blast like this. This is a hilarious comment. You can split Sunday ticket with a friend, family member, interest, etc. I've been doing it for years. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm by the soundboard, so I can hit my soundboard buttons. That's exciting. Isn't it exciting for everybody that I got my soundboard buttons back? That's what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. I know, Rachel. This mic is buttery. This mic is absolutely buttery compared to like the lapel mic. I think the lapel mic is fine. You guys let me know in the chat. I think it like does its job and you can hear me. But yeah. Seamus, thank you for joining us, Seamus. Thank you everybody in the chat. Justin, thank you for joining in. Mizzou 19, Rachel, Jackie. It's Rachel, right? Okay, yeah. I making sure I wasn't. I did not record the Minnie Mouse. Hell yeah, Justin. Seamus says, Tucker, can we just talk about the NFL making us watch the Cowboys get slaughtered instead of actual competitive game in KC versus LA? Yeah. Look, to the NFL's credit, they didn't know the Cowboys were gonna trade their best player a week before the season started. So I mean, I'm not going to fault the NFL too much for that one. But it is not going to be pretty. It wouldn't have been. I don't think it would have been close to begin with, actually. I don't think it would have been close to begin with. Yes. They would have, Tucker, they would have got slaughtered before the mic trade. You're right. You're right. Rachel, what kind of mic is this? I don't know. I got it on Amazon. It's an XLR mic I got on Amazon a while ago. I actually think I got this like when I first started podcasting in like 2017, 18. I got this mic arm from Amazon. I am running it through a Rodecaster Pro first generation. I don't even know if you can get the first generation anymore. I really don't think you can. I do not think you can. It's going into a MacBook Pro as well. That's the whole setup, folks. I just gave you a whole rundown of the whole setup that I got going on. I don't know what brand of mic this is though. Hang on. Let me see. I guess I could turn this mic on while I do this. Doesn't really say on here actually. Oh, Ultra Voice. Behringer Ultra Voice. XM 1800S. There you go. The mo you know. I have an insane amount of Alani's on my desk. Please don't judge. I gotta fix my cord. Hang on. Sorry, guys. Seamus wants to know over-under line for number of times Mr. Brightside being played at Faro is at 4.5. Oh, are you putting it at 4.5, or is this an outside sports book doing it? Over. Over. Cowboys cover plus 8.5 tonight, I think DJ Collins says. Yeah, I mean, it is a divisional game. Divisional games are always kind of tricky in terms of like how those shake out. We got to put the music in the background, guys. I'm sorry. I forgot. Me and this gosh darn music. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Seamus is setting the line, by the way. Mr. Brightside. Yeah, the chat on the screen is, look, this is a beta from StreamYard, just showing the chat on the screen, chat overlay. It does mess the pictures up. You can tell it's a beta. I don't know if you guys are huge into European football. Huge news in European football. Whoops, sorry. I went to go show you a tweet and then I just moved it. My Tottenham Hotspurs. Daniel Levy. Out! Elijah Cox StreamYard is goofy sometimes. StreamYard is like almost perfect. I do like StreamYard. I like it a lot. But there's just a little things here and there. Little things here and there. Yeah, I know that this isn't the football that we were planning on talking about. Good, big news for my Spurs. Big news for my Spurs. Thank goodness this guy's gone. War is over. That's what I said on Twitter. War is over. War is over. R-Dubs, appreciate you joining in. Appreciate you joining in. I did see, Weston wants to know that if I saw a picture of the field being posted. I did see a picture of the field, And then I also saw some Chargers fans upset that it didn't have 2 Chargers end zones. Did you guys see that one? Did you guys see that field, that tweet that Chargers fans were upset it didn't have 2 Chargers end zones in a neutral site game? Because they were the home team? Okay, K just posted it. Okay. Guys, there's been some really bad takes going around today. Like, I know I did the show yesterday, and the first show was about this too, but there's been some really, 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 really bad takes going on today. Just today. I'm trying to find this tweet from K so I can put it up there. There's been some really bad takes today, guys. Oh. Where's K? There she is. Hey, K Adams. Get this nice and full screen here. And we will go to this. Here we go. Yeah, DJ Colin, that's the one I saw that just made me talk about this. Here's the field. Here's what it looks like. Oh, they got the yellow. The one time I saw it, the Chiefs end zone wasn't yellow, but it looks like it is yellow here, which is good. Got the powder blue Chargers end zone. Good looking end zones. Look at that field. That's where the Chiefs will be playing tomorrow. A real life football game. That's crazy. Real life football game. Yellow end zones are huge. Can you guys hear the music? I think it's going to be a bit. I'm just going to keep asking you guys if you can hear the music. I had to turn it. I turned it down a little bit because I think it is a little. It comes through a little hotter than it does that I hear it. Let me know if the music, if you hear the music, if you even knew that there's music. Rachel can barely hear the music. I can barely hear it, but it's fine. I think it kind of sucks if you get ripped off an international home game in general. KC on the field is good money, so I don't blame the league. Always mad at the home team being international from Kyle Carney. Yeah, like, look, I understand. Like, I understand why they're, like, upset, but it's a neutral site game. I get it being a home game. One team has to be the home team. It does suck, but... I hear voices in my head. Hell yeah, Justin. I turned it up from 5 to 10. Let me know how that sounds. If that's too much, chat, let me know. Justin doesn't even hear music. That's fine. Dan Orlovsky is out here trying to defend his take. It's really bad. Are we going to react to it? Yeah, it's 49 seconds long. I think first take needs to go away. I think first take needs to end. Pausing the music here so we can react to this. All right, this is from First Take, presented by ESPN Bet Sportsbook, DraftKings Sportsbook. Do that. Here is Dan Orlovsky, a quote of Dan Orlovsky about No, this is from Ryan Clark. Okay, sorry. There's a lot of takes going around, guys. We're gonna start with this one. If it'll play. Awkward. Boy, that's awkward. Hmm.
Few of them. I don't think there's. I think there's less than what you think.
Close. We're so close, guys.
I think John Elway
was
a generational talent. I think Patrick Mahomes is a generational talent. I don't think Tom Brady. I don't think Drew Brees. I don't think Peyton
What is he talking
Manning
about?
are generational talents. I think Andrew Luck.
What is he talking about? That take is so bad, Twitter won't even load it. Twitter won't even load it because that take is so bad. Here we go. We're just gonna go to the awful announcing account. Because I saw they tweeted out, I think Orlovsky had a take too. Yeah, Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts being the new Bill Belichick and Tom Brady. What are we doing, guys? That's bad. I did bookmark the Willie Colon tweet. I did see somebody in the I saw somebody in the chat mention that they wanted me to talk. It's a 5-minute clip though. Oh yeah. You also have Dave Portnoy over here talking about he's talking about how he could be an offensive coordinator. That's pretty fun. And he's smarter than all of the 99% of NFL players of NFL coaches. That's fun. That's really cool and really fun. All right, let me go to my bookmarks. Hang on. Let me take this off. Let me go to my whoops, wrong one. Let me go to my bookmarks real quick. And so I can go back to so we can talk about the Willie Colon clip. Because that take Here we go. 5.5 minutes. All right, let me make sure this is going to play first before I just toss it in here. I got to refresh. I'm going to refresh this. For some reason, this is just not wanting to play anything. It just doesn't want to play anything for me. That's a real big bummer. Real big bummer I can't get this this awful take from Willie Colon to play.
I love this.
Oh, here we go.
Because the first step.
It's man, what is going on? Live tech issues, Rachel. You know it. I don't know what's going on. But that take is really bad. I don't understand what's going on. Like, the Willie Colon take is really bad. You have Dan Orlovsky saying that Jalen Hurts is Tom Brady and Nick Sirianni is Bill Belichick. I don't get it, guys. I don't get it. Yeah, I can't get any videos to play. That's a real big bummer. I might X out and try it again. But that's a real big bummer. Yeah, look, I think Lily's using all my bandwidth, guys. I think Lily is using all the bandwidth. That's the face of a guilty party. Guys, she is cached. She could not be bothered by what I'm doing up here. Kind of hilarious, actually. Kind of hilarious, actually. Let me know where you're watching the game today. Let me know where you're watching the very first game of the NFL season. Let me know where you're watching this stream from. Don't know if you guys got any big plans for this Thursday, for this Jersey Thursday. Music is back. Yeah, I did turn it on, Seamus. I did turn the music back on. Because I can't get anything on Twitter to play. Which is less than ideal when I am wanting to play things from Twitter and talk about them. I just saw this. Ryan Russillo was going to Barstool. That's interesting. That is interesting. Jackie, that's the other clip I was trying to play. Was the clip of Pat and Kelsey, or Kelsey mimicking Pat, like legit, low key, really good. It's a really good impression. Okay, I'm getting it to play now. Let me try it again. I'm at a QT in Austin on my lunch break. Hell yeah, Paul.
Hell yeah.
Thank you for joining us, Paul.
Hell yeah.
We love Quick Trip. Quick Trip gets a
Hell yeah.
Paul, you get a
Hell yeah.
Everybody gets a
Hell yeah.
Soundboard is so back. Soundboard is back. Yeah, Russillo to Barstool is interesting. He's always had a relationship with those guys. I guess it makes sense, but like, probably threw him a bag. Makes sense. That would make sense. Yes, Weston, I will give you an old brother. This guy stinks.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
The Real Men of Genius commercials? Yeah, those would be pretty good. People forget about those commercials. Good commercials. Need more QTs in the Chicago area, Luis? Yeah, probably. I don't know who to get in on that, but yeah, probably do, because QTs are dope. All right, let me share the screen. I think we got it. I think we got it, folks. I think we got it. All right, let's start with this one. This one's shorter, so we'll start with this one. How about it?
Man, it's the last one on the contract right now, but I'll tell you what, I'm feeling young and I'm feeling ready to rock, baby.
That's the wrong clip. It's fucking amateur hour over here. I mean, come on. I'm doing wrong clip after wrong clip. This is brutal.
We've had a plan for this all summer long, and we've had a plan for this all summer long, and now we're just ready to play football again.
Travis, what was last night like in there? Oh man, it was crazy. It was a lot of fun seeing all the fans there. And
he had that one coming for telling everybody I didn't know where Brazil was on the map. It's a
we've had a plan for this all.
It's so good.
Now we're just ready to play football again.
Travis, what was last night like in there? Oh man, it was crazy. It was a lot of fun seeing all the fans there. And
He had that one coming for telling everybody I didn't know where Brazil was on the map.
That's true though.
No,
That's true
you know,
though.
It's a
We've had a plan for
Pat
this all
Pat put him
summer
on the
long, and now
fire
we're
for
just
saying he
ready to
didn't know
play
how
football
globe works.
oh man, it was crazy.
Chill out is so
it was a lot of
funny.
fun seeing all the fans there. And
he had that one coming for telling everybody I didn't know where Brazil was on the map.
That's so funny. Shout out Lexi at Lexi Osborne for that one. Incredible. Maybe we could do Willie Cologne now. Let's get a little overzealous and try to do a little bit of Willie Cologne.
I love this because the first step to solving a problem is admitting that there is one.
Okay.
And the Chiefs, when Mahomes burst onto the scene, first year as a starter, second year in the league, and he's 5,000 yards and 50 touchdowns and Tyreek Hill, it was unlike anything in the modern NFL. And it basically carried on for 5 years, right? Like 2018 to 2022.
Shout out
the
Danny.
Chiefs were the big play offense in the NFL. First in explosive passes, third in air yards,
We love ourselves
first
Danny
in
Parkins,
20-yard touchdowns. And now the last 2 years, they've won a Super Bowl and lost a Super Bowl with that disappearing. It's been like Mahomes is clutch, Mahomes is a winner, and their defense is top three. Now, obviously, Tyreek Hill leaves. That's a huge piece of it. But now, Xavier Worthy year 2, upgrades on the offensive line, at least at left tackle in theory, and Simmons. And sneaky week 1 matchup against the Chargers. Good scoring defense last year, really good rush defense last year, but no team in the NFL allowed more big plays in the passing game. 20-yard completions last year, 11 touchdowns, no picks, most touchdowns allowed there. I feel like if we're going to see the return of the light show that Matt Nagy's talking about there, Coach, we should see it Friday night in Brazil.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm always skeptical though of anybody who talks about what they're going to do prior to the first game, because if that's really your game plan, the last thing you're going to do is in a press conference go, we're going to light it up. We're definitely throwing deep. Get ready for the deep ball. You wouldn't do that. So I am skeptical about that, and I do think that as much as
because
we
the
got
Chiefs are really going to ground and pound
and excited by all the things that they did.
A real
early
ground
with
and
the
pound
deep
attack.
ball, what have we seen consistently? We've seen consistent winning. We've seen their 15-1 last year, right? He didn't play the last game, and to me, that's so much more valuable than whether or not they're hitting the deep ball. Is are they going to the right place? Are they collectively doing what's best for the offense? And you do worry a little bit about an offensive coordinator whose focus is on big plays, because that's about getting your next job. That's not about necessarily doing the things you need in this job. So you might want to temper that down a bit.
Yeah, I'm with you, Coach. Light show is tough. If we're keeping it 100, this team was
here we go 4
4 points in a block field away from being 4-13 last season.
Hey, but they weren't, buddy.
Like this is a situation where if we look at it closely, man,
not how it works.
They were 11-0 in 1-score games.
That's
pretty
good.
Tough to repeat. And they won a lot of close games.
And that's
they know how to win.
And so when I look at this, and Coach is 100% right, I think this team is going through an identity crisis, right? Because so much of who they were prior to last year, it was almost about being big explosive plays, unpredictable. They were extremely dangerous. They added a level of football that a lot of people just couldn't compare because what they had on the field and Patrick Mahomes and his level of play. I just don't see it. At 15th in points per game, did last, and 15, you showed it right there, 15 plus yards down the field. The biggest issue with the Chiefs right now, they don't have a number 1 receiver, right? When you talk about Rasheed Rice and suspension, Hollywood Brown shows flashes. It just doesn't on the field right now.
Watch a game. He just looked at a box score.
Fear. They've lost their fear factor. And if you're the Kansas City Chiefs right now, you're simply
the fear factor is Patrick Mahomes.
Gets you on the right side of things, or Chris Jones has a game-breaking play to get you on the winning column and get you in the winning column. So in reference to the light show, we're witnessing the end of an era. The Kansas City Chiefs are done.
See, so these are a couple big ifs here.
You're going on the board.
That's fine.
Just, the light show is done, or that like the dynasty and the winning is done?
I think he's saying the dynasty is done.
What
I didn't say that again.
About?
4 points in a block field goal away from being 4-13 last season.
But they weren't.
They have a rabbit foot up their butt.
But they weren't.
I can't see them doing that again this year.
Willie, this is not how that works.
Best coach, best quarterback, top 5 defense, Hall of Fame tight end, Hall of Fame defensive tackle. Like the other side of that coin is
they lost the Super Bowl. to Jalen Hurts
They did.
in a
Who
better.
cares?
They got to the Super Bowl.
I understand getting there, but if you're the light show, right?
The
I
other
just don't
side of
know
the
how
coin,
you
though, is that they upgraded at left tackle.
I love
Bro,
this upgrade.
they got there.
Okay.
I'm just keeping it.
You don't
And
like
then
you want to talk
they
O-line
upgraded
play?
their
I don't
biggest
know if
weakness.
He looks pretty good at Ohio State before he got hurt.
And he also was coming off an ACL.
Patella, right?
No, he's not.
And so they are.
Patella.
I will not be calling the. I will be late to the party to bet on 29-year-old Patrick Mahomes being
Thank
done
you,
winning.
He was
Dan.
36. He was sacked 36 times last year. That was the highest in
It's
his
a
career.
different
So if we're
offensive
talking about being
line.
15th in points, lack of explosive plays, struggling to have an identity in explosive plays, watching this defense, who, by the way, the only highlight on that defensive line is Chris Jones. Like, it's hard for me to believe that they're going to be the big bag Chiefs that we've grown to love and fear. That is not who they are.
Hey,
I just think that the
Willie, I don't know if you
one-score
know
games to me
this,
is a
but
sign of
like
resilience and a
Chris
strength
Jones
of
has
the
been the only
team
guy on the
as
defensive
opposed
line
to
for a
winning.
while.
I see that as-
Situational football,
Since Frank
100%.
Clark left,
Yes,
at
I see
least.
that as a real superpower as opposed to a negative thing. Them being able to come out on top on those games.
They can't repeat what they did last season. I just don't see that.
That's what they're not going to need to when they're scoring all those points with the light.
Yeah. What? Guys, are we taking crazy pills around here? Am I crazy? Chat, am I crazy? This is insane. Why? Do people think that they just didn't do anything in the offseason last year? Do people think that the Chiefs just sat on their ass and didn't upgrade at all? And it's going to be the same team? Is that what people think happened? That's apparently what Willie Colon thinks happened. Willie Colon thinks that same team is trotting out there. Willie Colon isn't talking about how Patrick Mahomes' number one weapon, well, I mean, coming into the year, Hollywood Brown was talked about to be potential wide receiver one. He got hurt on the first snap of the preseason. Rashee Rice coming off a really good rookie year. Has a really good first 3 games. Mahomes torpedoes his knee. He's out for the rest of the year. That kind of changes your philosophy up a little bit. Xavier Worthy was a rookie. It's crazy. They had a revolving door at left tackle. Now they don't. Now they don't. I understand the defense being weaker than it was last year. I think it is. I think the defense could potentially take a step back. When you look at the personnel-wise, I think personnel-wise, they definitely take a step back than what they were last year. I think they had more talent on their defense last year. Defense wasn't the problem last year. Also, sometimes I see people blame the defense for the Super Bowl last year. Don't do that. Not the defense's fault. I actually think the defense kept them in the game for as long as they could. The offense couldn't do jack shit. I think the defense did their part to keep them in the game for as long as they could. Offense just couldn't do jack shit because they couldn't block anybody. Oh, what'd they do this offseason? They signed a left tackle. They drafted a left tackle. They got a swing tackle now. They moved Kingsley Suamataia inside. They got a guy who looks like he's the best tackle ever to play tackle in the world ever, according to Chiefs Twitter. And my eyes. But we're going to act like it's over. We're going to act like it's all over. Rashee Rice gets suspended 6 games. It's all over. The dynasty's all over. Newsflash, the dynasty is Patrick LaVon Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is still on the field. Patrick Mahomes is still taking snaps. Patrick Mahomes won a goddamn Super Bowl. Sorry, Lil. Patrick Mahomes won a goddamn Super Bowl with MVS, Sky Moore, and Kadarius Toney. That's what, I don't want to say started, that's what continued the dynasty. Receivers were actively dropping passes and putting balls into other defenders' hands, and they still won the Super Bowl. What are we doing? What are we doing? I don't know, man. Patrick Mahomes has just broken people's brains. He got to the Super Bowl. Yeah, he lost the Super Bowl. It was ugly. It didn't look good. The offense played bad. He didn't play very good. But we're going to say it's over because of that? Insane. Willie's got me fired up. Willie's got me fired up. Here's the thing, too, about 13 seconds. Justin, as I see you in the chat, appreciate everyone hanging out. Josh Allen gets more credit for losing the 13 seconds game than Patrick Mahomes gets for winning the 13 seconds game. It is absolutely insane. Patrick Mahomes does not get enough credit for that 13 seconds game. Josh Allen gets way too much credit for it. I understand the Bills' defense decided not to cover anybody. I get that. And then the Bills' defense ultimately is what led to that game. Well, let's not act like the Chiefs' defense was any better. You guys laying on their backs as Gabe Davis is running wide open. I'm fired up. Football's back, guys. Football's back. I'm fired up. I've already been going for 50 minutes? That's crazy. I've already been going for 50 minutes, man. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe. I'll sit down. I'll calm down. I'm sorry. I got worked up. I'm sorry. Let me turn my light down. I'll come sit down. I'll sit down. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I'm not done yet, Bob. You can leave. It's okay. But I'm not done yet, Bob. Oh, that got me fired up, guys. Tucker, have you seen that Josh Allen Snickers commercial? I have not. I have not seen that Josh Allen Snickers commercial. I saw Josh Allen had a quote about his wife in Sinners. Good film, by the way. If you guys haven't seen Sinners, good film. Good film. Scanning. I'm quickly scanning Twitter to see if there's anything that happened. Anything that happened we could chat about. I did see this. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here's something we could chat about. From the Chiefs official Twitter account. Omar Norman Lott questionable for tomorrow night. Jalen Royals is out. Jalen Royals is out for the game. Omar Norman Lott is questionable for the game. We'll see. I mean, we knew that we kind of had an idea that Royals wasn't going to play, right? So we had a pretty good idea that Jalen Royals wasn't going to play. But Omar Norman Lott being questionable is less than ideal, especially with the defensive line or lack of defensive line depth that they do have. So that is not great. Just out here from the Chiefs official Twitter account. Omar Norman Lott questionable. Jalen Royals out. I'll leave that up on the other screen so you guys can see that. What are you guys looking forward to most in the game? Let me know in the chat what you guys are looking forward to in the game on Friday, even the game tonight. The game tonight. What are you looking forward to? I'll be watching it here. It'll be after It'll be after Only Weird Games goes live at 4:30. Go check that out. Only Weird Games, great podcast. If you guys, I'm sure you guys already know, great podcast. I see a lot of familiar faces. Shout out Weston, shout out Julia, shout out Jackie Moon. Thank you guys. Justin Blackwell, David, Pie Dessert. Thank you, Pie Desert. I can't read. Thank you for hanging out with us, with me, as we're getting ready. Douglas, thank you for hopping in here. Appreciate you. R-Dubs, just ready to see some ball tonight? Yeah, man. I agree. I'm ready. I'm ready to see some ball too. I'm excited to get going. Looking forward to Patrick Mahomes slinging it, David says. Karloftis choke slam. Hey, yo, Brian. I don't know if he can give him a rock bottom. Rock bottom, that's a finisher. I want to see him give a rock bottom. Let's take him to the bottom. The rock bottom.
Hell yeah!
Is that loud to anybody else, or is it just loud in my head? A nice rushing performance, David mentions. Pop going off with Kareem would be nice. That's true. That's true. Nice rushing performance. I'd love me some of that. I'd love to see just the offense go nuclear, man. I want to see this offense just go absolutely nuclear. I know that Eric Mangini, or whatever the hell his name is, said that they're not going to. Well, that's dumb. They're going to. R-Dub's going to be wearing a Lenny Dawson jersey tomorrow for his Jers Day. Miss him. Yep, miss Lenny. Len Dawson. Legend. Legend. Weston wants to know who I think will lead the Chiefs in receiving yards tomorrow. I think Worthy leads them in yards. Talked about this a little bit on that football show. I think I talked about it on Tuesday's stream as well. I think that it's like Kelsey leads them in receptions and Worthy leads them in yards. I think that's probably how it shakes out. Julia, I need Patrick to go deep. Yeah. Yeah. That'd be that first deep ball where he, you know what I'm talking about, where he goes, really leans back, leans into it, and Taekwon, he says, fuck it, Taekwon down there somewhere. Woo! That'll feed families. Sorry for cussing. That's gonna feed families though. Weston, I hope Big Bob gets some action too. Let's see a 4 tight end set. 4 tight ends, 2 running backs. That's a funny offense. 4 tight ends and 2 running backs. Just thinking about that right now. That's already 6 players. You need a quarterback, that's 7. You have 5 offensive linemen. There's, 9, 10, 11, 12. Uh-oh. I don't know if that's possible. 5, 6 with the quarterback. 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that's not possible. Darn.
Hell yeah!
Brian, thanks for joining us. Kathy, welcome in, Kathy. With Leo as the fullback, I'd get behind that. I would get behind that. Faux show would get behind that. All right. Before we get out of here, I do want to talk about the college football schedule. Because on this show, we talk about all kinds of ball. We talk about all kinds of ball. We're not scared of it. We don't run from it. We invite it. We invite it, guys. We invite the ball. We invite ball here on this here stream. I do want to see Leo as a fullback, though. Tuck just put Kelsey at QB with 3 other tight ends, 2 running backs. Yeah, you could do that. You could do that for sure. What am I looking for? Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. College football imperialism's back. Let's go. College football Reddit. Great follow if you don't follow them. I do enjoy college football Reddit. Let me go here to... There's a graphic I want to show you guys. That's what I'm trying to find right now. There's a graphic of like the TV schedule that I'm trying to find and show you guys. I think I retweeted it. I'm pretty sure I retweeted it. But it might have been a while ago. I'm on Twitter way too damn much, guys. Shout out Projection Sports at Proj Sports. Phenomenal Twitter account. They make charts like this. Throw this up here on the screen. They make charts like this. Whoops. That's not what I wanted to do. That's unfortunate. Still getting the hang of this, guys. Still getting the hang of it. They make charts like this of viewing guides of what it looks like. So this is your Thursday football viewing guide. Let me change this up a little bit. You need me to scoot out to about like here-ish. Okay, we'll save that. This is what Thursday tonight. This is your viewing schedule. All times are in Eastern time. Shout out Project Sports. Thursday, you just got this. You just have Dallas at Philadelphia. That game's kicking off at about 7:20. That'll be great. On Friday, you obviously do have the Chiefs and the Chargers game. That'll be on YouTube. But if you want a little bit of an appetizer, James Madison at Louisville. James Madison at Louisville. Every Illinois team in the world, I guess, is playing. Western Illinois at Northwestern, 2 Illinois teams. Northern Illinois at Maryland are also playing on the Big Ten Network. You don't got to worry about those. James Madison at Louisville, worry about that one. And Eastern Washington at Boise State if you want a little bit of a nightcap after the Chiefs and Chargers game. Here's the big one. Here's Saturday's schedule. Saturday slate right here. We're going to get Texas, San Jose State at on the ABC. Whoops. Yep. We are going to get let's see what the good matchup. Baylor at SMU is going to be a good one on the CW. They're throwing that sucker on the CW for the 11 a.m. kick. Baylor at SMU, good one. You have the Cy-Hawk Trophy game going on at on Fox, Iowa State. That's probably a main TV one where I put Baylor SMU on a secondary TV. Obviously, you got the Border War Showdown going on at 2:30. Kansas at Mizzou. That's going to be the main TV. Got to get that one on the main TV. Second TV, I'd probably go Kentucky Ole Miss. I'd probably do that. Kentucky Ole Miss on the second TV. South Florida at Florida could be fun. South Florida looked real good against Boise State, so that one could be fun. Night games, Michigan at Oklahoma. That's probably going to be your main TV. That's ABC. That's going to be your main TV. Arizona State at Mississippi State could be kind of salty, kind of fun. And if everyone gets out of hand quickly, you got to go over to ULM at Alabama because they could. ULM could do it again if you know what I'm saying. Nightcap with Stanford at BYU or UC Davis at Washington. Great nightcap there, Stanford at BYU. This is the streaming slate. Still Saturday. This is still the streaming slate, though. Streaming only. So if you have a third TV, you want to throw on some ESPN Plus action. Not a lot going on at noon. You got the UConn at Syracuse game. That one could be fun at Mizzou or at Syracuse. So that one could be fun. What's any FCS games that I like here? Let me see if I can see any FCS games. North Texas at Western Michigan, not FCS, but we got to put on for our Mean Green. Talon's up. Talon's up for the Mean Green. That's on ESPN Plus. Let's see. Any Jackson State at Southern Miss? That should be a good game. Bethune Cookman at Miami. I'm not seeing any FCS action. We had some pretty good FCS action. Maine Black Bears made it interesting with Liberty. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any FCS, FCA. No, there's not. Louisiana Tech at LSU. Could be a fun one. Mix it up. Now, Hawaii Nightcap. You gotta do the Hawaii test. Is that streaming? Where's that streaming at? Spectrum Sports. Good luck trying to find Sam Houston at Hawaii, folks. Good luck finding Sam Houston at Hawaii. But as you guys know, the border war is the big one. Drop them MIZs in the chat. MIZs in the chat. Border war this weekend. Big game. We'll be at a Holiday Distillery. Myself, ESPN's Matt Miller. Crews of people going to be out there at Holiday Distillery. We'll have food from Tacos for Life. Drinks from, obviously, Holiday Distillery. Get out there. Enjoy it with us. Links in the description if you want to sign up. Links in the description if you want to sign up. Went a little long today. Maybe I do go a little bit long on some days. Who cares? Who cares? That Willie Colon clip got me fired up more than I thought it was going to, guys. Got me fired up more than I thought it was going to. I'll retweet this on my Twitter at Tucker D. Franklin so you guys can find it. I'll actually tweet it. I'll retweet it again. I think I've tweeted it out one time, but I will tweet it out again just so everyone can see the college football schedule, the football schedule that's going on with Friday and Saturday. Oh, how could I be so silly? We have one more to go over. I can't believe I forgot this one. It's the NFL slate, guys. It's the NFL slate. I know that we talked about the maps on yesterday's show. Whoops. I know that we talked about the maps on yesterday's show, but here's it visually laid out of how these games are going to work. If you are in Kansas City or the surrounding areas, I'm pretty sure you get Pittsburgh at New York for your game. Fox only has a late window in the Kansas City area. So you don't have an early window. You only have one game, I believe, for Fox because there's a late CBS as well. So you get 2 CBS games if you're in the Kansas City area. You get 2 CBS games, 1 Fox game. I believe the Fox game is Tennessee, Denver. Do I still have those? Yeah, Paul, I talked about RedZone at the top. Nope, I don't have those in there. Let's look. Actually, I might still have... Nah, I don't. It's all right. That's your Sunday schedule, and obviously you do have the Sunday night game, Baltimore at Buffalo. Great slate, great account. Projection Sports, go check them out. Retweeting it right there. You saw me do it. You saw me do it. Go check that out. That's on my Twitter if you guys want to look at it a little bit more. Maybe save it to your phone so you have it. A little bit an idea of where everything is broadcasting. I think it's a great account. I think it's a great thing that gets put out every week. We might go over it every week just like we did with the maps as well. But appreciate you guys hanging out with me here as I think our time's up. I think our time is up for today. Got some stuff I'm going on. I'm going to go out to Batchelder Family Farms. Go hit them up, batchelderfamilyfarms.com. Heading out to Batchelder to do some content. 5 things. I'm going to be doing it at Batchelder Family Farms. So go check them out. I'm going to have some other stuff. Going to have some other stuff coming out with Batchelder as well. So make sure to stay locked into us on social. I appreciate everybody hanging out with me. Everybody in the chat. Thank you guys. Going to shout out to Pie Desert. Shout out to Andrew, Seamus, Paul, Brian, Jackie Moon, Justin Blackwell, David Mitchell, Chief Kelsey. Can I get a big old M-I-Z? Z-O-U.
Hell yeah.
It's going to be a good week. It's going to be a good week. Football is back. It's here tonight. I will talk to you guys on Tuesday. Tuesday is the next time I will have a show with you guys. I'll be on Fridays. I'll be on tomorrow's everything else. Hit that like button. If you like the streams, let me know in the comment section. Fill up the comments. Let them know if you like the streams. We'll be rolling as the season goes along. I'll always be here during your lunch break, during your lunch hour. I really do appreciate everybody hanging out with us. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. Tomorrow, everything else with Joshua Briscoe. That will be cooking on this time slot. This noon to 1 time slot. We're going to be cooking here as well. So really do appreciate everybody. Football is back. Let's have ourselves a day. I'll see you Tuesday.